Hello folks, so today on the channel we have a Husqvarna 257 and this one it runs but not well. I was told that it has a scored piston and cylinder, and so we're gonna take it apart and check it out and see what it really looks like. I mean, the plastics look great. I was told the brake works, but it doesn't have a bar or anything on it to kind of test that with. But you know, it looks great, and we're just going to start taking it apart, and I'm going to show some things, and I'm going to replace the cylinder and the piston. And I don't know what year this is, but it's a pretty nice example, and we're just going to start taking it apart and hope you enjoy the video. All right, here we go. All right, so we'll just get the top cover off, and we'll show what it looks like underneath there. And see what kind of machine we got here. Oh wow, looks nice and clean. But let's get this handle off and the cover here off, and see if we can find out what's really wrong with this machine. So maybe it does have a scored piston. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that I had it running, but it didn't run very well. But we'll see what it looks like. Chain brake and stuff the band and stuff look good. It's all there, and so that it does work. And it's got some compression, but I don't know. We'll see how it does. Wrong size. So we'll get the handle off. I know, previously on the channel, you saw me take apart a Stihl 361 for a buddy of mine, and boy, they have a lot of parts in order to get down to the, to get the cylinder off and stuff. A lot of parts. I find that working on Husqvarna saws is a little bit easier. I don't know if that might be why it seems like more people work on, modify Husqvarnas. I don't know, maybe because people think they're easier to work on. I know I think they're easier to work on, but I don't know. We'll see what this one looks like. So far, clean, very clean. So, yeah, get the choke lever out, fuel off, disconnected. There's the throttle linkage. Get the spark plug boot, and we'll take the spark plug off. Well, spark plug's in there pretty tight. There we go. let's see, they had a Champion RCJ6Y. Plug doesn't look too bad. I'll end up probably running an NGK in it, but so far it's looking pretty good. Actually, I can get these screws out. These two screws hold the air filter boot that connects to the carburetor. And well, let's see, what else do we have? Well, we'll take the muffler bolts out. Ooh. And hopefully you guys like this kind of content. My channel shows lots of things. I'm just a guy that likes to work on stuff and show stuff, whether it be our dogs or working on chainsaws, running chainsaws, my rototillers, just things I like to show, and so I thought I'd show this. Getting the muffler bolts out. A little bit of carbon buildup inside the muffler, but that's expected. I've actually never seen the inside of a muffler for a 257, and boy, it's pretty much empty. No cage or anything, just a little baffle on the inside for just right where the right inside the port here. There's a little piece welded in there that has a hole in it. The hole's probably 9/16 inches in diameter, but we might modify that, but we'll see. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and just take the cylinder off. That's the wrong side. See what this cylinder really looks like. Well, that bolt was not very tight. Well, that one was pretty good. So I'm going to end up, I'm going to do I got a Husqvarna 262 XP cylinder that I'm going to try putting on this, and so hopefully we'll be able to get that to run. Well, we'll be able to tell here in a second what it really looks like. All right, I think I've got everything disconnected. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we're getting there. I'm just going to go ahead and take the carburetor off. Get this disconnected. And we can really look at the cylinder and piston. Well, it looks like, at least, well, it still has base gasket, so I don't know if anybody's really been in it or not, but 1, 2, 3, come on, get out of there. That one doesn't want to come out. 4, okay. All right, well, there is some scoring in there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get you to see it in there. Let me pause you, and I'll take the phone out of the stand and see if I can get it to record what it looks like in there. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can, right there, that's the, let's see, that's got some above and below the exhaust port. We have some scoring. I can feel it. It doesn't feel too bad. I might be able to clean that up. Don't see anything major on the intake side. I don't know. It doesn't seem too bad. Let's take a look at the piston. I'll take a look at the exhaust side of the piston. Oh yeah, wow. Definitely have some scoring there. And I mean, the piston is free, but it's a little tight. And just trying to get my phone to focus here. Just in this area, it is a little tight. And all the way up and down this face of the piston, there's definitely some scoring. So I think this is a good candidate to rebuild. Definitely, maybe it got hot, you know, and but yeah, I think it'll be a good candidate to work on. Otherwise, I mean, everything seems free. Okay. I don't feel any play. Yeah, I don't feel any play in any of the bearings, so I think we're good. Okay, so put you back in the stand, and so I think this is going to be a good candidate. I'm going to try to get this this base gasket off. I don't want to destroy it. If I can, I'm not going to use it, but you never know. There we go. I think we got it. Base gasket. All right. That looks good. I'll have to clean that up. You know, get that cleaned up. But so here's what we plan on doing. This is a Husqvarna 262 XP cylinder, and you know, it's got a same stroke but larger bore, and you can see that this is got the you know, open transfer design, and this one has more of a I don't know what you call it, closed port transfer design. But I do, this is an aftermarket cylinder, so I'm going to have to do some cleaning up on the porting. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do anything to it to start. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run it, as long as the squish is okay, I'm going to run it without a base gasket. And we'll do some testing, and we'll get it, we'll get it to run in more of a stock trim, and then we'll modify it from there, and hopefully we'll be able to see some gains from porting, and and a muffler mod, and hopefully this will hopefully you guys will enjoy this. It should be a fun build. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see if I can get this piston out. Really try not to lose this clip. There we go. And all right, now let's see if we can push this out. See if we can push this wrist pin out. Oh, yeah. Nice and easy. Okay. Nice non-windowed piston, because of the the design of the transfers on this. Didn't need windows, but otherwise looks pretty good. And here is the new piston. Oops, let me get the wrist pin out of there. And there we go. So we got a windowed piston. Yeah, it's a fair amount larger. And it's just an aftermarket single ring piston, and I'm not going to do any grinding on the piston at all. There's a few burrs of, looks like flash metal kind of, and so we'll get that cleaned up. But other than that, I'm not gonna do a whole bunch. I might massage these edges right here. They're pretty sharp. Maybe put a little chamfer on those. But other than that, we're just gonna put it back together, and I'm gonna use the 257 carburetor. It should work okay. I did have to get, where is it? I had to order a different intake block because the intake block for the 262 is different than the 257, where the impulse comes through is different. I mean, they look very similar, but you can see that the impulse on the 262 is the pickup off the cylinder is on the side, kind of not right in the bottom, whereas the pickup side of the 257 is directly on the bottom. And so had to buy a new one of those, and I opted to go OEM. I couldn't find any of aftermarket intake blocks that looked right. This one's kind of oval shaped. I couldn't find any aftermarket ones that were that shape, so I figured an OEM would definitely work better, and so we got that. So that looks good. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this and of me taking this apart, and I'm gonna get it cleaned up. just clean up where the cylinder sits and you know, make it clean, and you know, just make sure I don't get anything down in the lower end, and we'll put it all back together. Like I said, no base gasket. I'm just gonna use some Moto Seal, and we're gonna see how it runs. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you have a good day. Thanks.